You can't hold the hot coal. You got to let that shit go. It's going to end up hurting you. Hey, welcome to your 2023 February reading for your sun, moon, or rising sign. If this resonates with you, give the video a like, share it, turn on the notification bells, subscribe. I have a lot more new content that's coming out besides the monthlies. I'm doing new and full moon readings. I do live streaming. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the community page because I have a schedule up there of what's going on when. And if you're watching this on Rumble, then just follow all the links for everywhere to find me on social media. So otherwise, let's just get into it. Let's find out what's going on for you this month. Let's not waste any time. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your February 2023 reading. Let's get right into it. So we have all planets direct as we come into this month, right? Happened right at the end of January there, pretty much. And ooh, I was feeling that right back there. So we're going to take a look at the progression of this month and see how is it looking and feeling for you? Oh, I'm feeling like this is just like coming out pretty strong right here. Boom. Okay. All right. All right, let's start there. I'm feeling like maybe there might be another card. So we're going to take a look at the progression of the month. You can tell how well loved my cards are. Look at the shadow from how bent they are. Oh my gosh. So, okay. I'm probably the only one who arranges my cards like this, I swear. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got. We've got, oh, 10 of stars, loving that as the beginning. Justice, 6 of cups. Okay, interesting. And we have Death card and also the 8 of stars. All right, so definitely getting some relationship and some career vibes going on in here, right? So we'll start one by one. Let's just say though that I'm going to remind you this is for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. This is a collective reading. So obviously we're not going to be able to catch the specifics for every single Taurus, sun, moon, or rising that's out there. So if this message resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, check out one of your other signs or, book a personal reading, which is in the description box. So you can book a personal reading and get like real clear and really specific with it. In the meantime, let's check out what's going on for you, Taurus. So we've got 10 of stars, right? This is a very, this has to do with the world of the tangible and material, right? So this is the generational wealth. It's the legacy. It's building something to stand the test of time. So I get the sense that for some of you, like, again, if this is relationship related, that should be pretty obvious from what I'm saying. If this is about finances, career, also, I feel like it's very clear. This really applies. When we're looking at the 10 of stars, it's like, okay, well, I want to build something foundational. I want to build something that has, that's going to last a long time, that's going to be grounded and rooted and create stability on many different levels, right? And it's going to create a sense of security and safety and joy and happiness and abundance, right? For the people that I care about in my life, right? So here we see like a family and they're familiar, but really this could actually be about, just in general, like the people that you care about in your life. If you're not someone who is like, family oriented, where you want to have like the whole kids and the, whatever, like your dream could be different. So apply that how it applies. But this is really just creating that sense of stability and safety for yourself and for the people around you that you care about. So I think that this is very heavy on your mind, definitely something that you're considering and working with. Now we come into the Justice card, and just following the 10 of stars, I'm going to say that this is really, stay true to yourself. Like you get to the middle of the month and whatever it is here that you're trying to materialize and make tangible, manifest, right? Like whatever it is, you come into this middle part of the month in February, and I think that you are trying to figure out like what's fair to yourself, what's fair to the other person or to other people in your life or to a contract or to whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? So I feel like this is a point where you are really trying to figure out, what's the fair shake for everybody, and how do you stay true to yourself in the process? Again, if this is about relationship, I think that's pretty clear. Like if you're considering moving deeper and further into something that's going to stand the test of time, something that's going to last, and you're thinking, oh, hey, maybe this could actually be something, then, you know, this would make a lot of sense. Also, same thing, if you're looking at business or career or something like that, or entering into a partnership, it's like you got to really weigh out what's fair, what's here. Now, for some of you, anybody who is dealing with anything legal, this would maybe indicate something that you're dealing with, like in terms of like legal documents, not necessarily like going to court and legal proceedings, although it could be that. I just say that to mention that that could really apply to other people. If you feel like this is something that's kind of circling your world, right, then perhaps this is something that really applies. Or feels applicable to your life, and you'll know that, right? Like it'll be obvious. I don't feel like this is, especially because it's a collective reading, like suddenly something is going to pop up that is legal. Maybe, but I don't necessarily always feel that with like a collective reading. So then we move into the end of the month and we have here the Six of Cups, right? So if you are dealing with relationship, I'm going to say a couple of different things here. If you're dealing with relationship, like a romantic connection of some kind, you know, I feel like either someone from your past is coming back around, you know, because nostalgia is the name of the game with the Six of Cups, right? Like this is definitely kind of feeling, ruminating on like the golden days, what felt good, what felt innocent and pure and bright and, you know, open. Sorry, you guys, I had a call come through. So basically looking at like what kind of, you know, feelings does that evoke for you? Like is there someone you need to clear out of your heart space, out of your mind? Is there someone you need to let go of to be able to move things forward with somebody currently? I don't know. Maybe that is the case. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to that if you're looking at relationships. If you're looking at perhaps like maybe your career path and like what you want to do in your life, it's like, well, okay, so does this bring you that sense of joy? Like this reminds me, when I'm relating this to something that is career driven, it reminds me of like, you know, when you were a kid, and some people don't know. I mean, some people still don't know into their like 40s and 50s, right? They're just still trying to figure out like, what am I supposed to be doing here on this earth? But some people have a sense of like, oh, I really have this dream of doing this. Like it feels inspiring. I want to help people in some way, or I want to build things, or I want to invent things, or I want to, you know, whatever it is, right? And so like remembering what it is that brought you to this place, something is going to stimulate or trigger the nostalgia here. And I think it's going to be beneficial and useful. I think it's going to be something that is worth examining, because it will either inspire you or it'll help direct the path that you're on. I really do feel that strongly. When we move into the challenge that you have for the month, we have the Death card showing up. You know, certainly of all the Death cards in all the decks that I have, this is probably one of the lighter ones that I have, right? So look at that, cat hair even on here, everywhere. So this particular card coming up as a challenge, you know, it's like, this is the resistance to letting go. You know, it's resistance to not just letting go, but, you know, releasing the things that no longer, like not just the things or the people, but the ideas, the beliefs that are no longer working for you, that don't serve for bringing you forward, and you having the resistance to actually examining that, or to like to noticing it, to having an awareness of it, and to actually letting it go. And this is something that you need to do, right? Like you can't keep holding on. Like you could move all of the areas forward in your life, but you're not going to be able to, you know, just kind of pick and choose. You can't cherry pick and go, I'll move forward in all areas of my life, except for this one really, really hard spot. It's like, that's going to slow you down. That's kind of like you moving, I don't know much about rock climbing, but for whatever reason, this came into my mind. It's like you going up to like the next level, right? Like you kind of like anchor into the next level and you've clipped on there, but you have like something that weighs half your body weight, that is hanging down from your waist and drawing you down below. It's making the gravity worse, right? So you just need to be able to recognize what's slowing you down, what really isn't working. You can't continue to hold on to this, like the hot coal thing, right? You can't hold the hot coal. You got to let that shit go. It's going to end up hurting you, and it already is. If it's in a challenge position like this, if it's crossing you, this is not about just telling you, hey, you need to let go of these things. This is also saying, hey, you're not letting go of these things, and you need to fucking let go of these things. It's not working for you, and your resistance is making it worse. Now we move into your spiritual advice, right? And I'm really loving the spiritual advice that you're getting here, right? The 8 of Stars. Let me move this down a little bit. I'm trying to find the best lighting for it. It kind of gets a little bit hazy this time of day with the camera. But so we have the 8 of Stars, right? This is, you know, be in your own lane. I feel like somebody out there. That's for somebody out there. Be in your own lane. Be focused on your, like, honing your craft. You know, continue to do your personal work. Continue to focus on the things that you are trying to build. If you are studying something, if you're in the midst of studies, if you are in some kind of vocation, apprenticeship, internship, or just like trying to get to the next level with your career, all of these kinds of things is like, you need to just be focused on that. Like, if you need to know where to put your attention this month, if you're trying to figure out, like, what does this mean? Where should I put my attention? You need to put your attention on developing your self or your craft and really improving that, right? So if this is romantic relationship oriented, I would say this would be the point where I would say, you know, I'm not saying don't focus on the connection. I'm saying there's some internal work and things that need to be done for how you can show up better, healthier, more realized, more aware, more present, more conscious in the relationship. And so that's how I might put this, right? So it's like you put in the work now, but the reward on the other side of this is like, think about what comes next, right? So we have obviously the 9, but it's the 9 of Stars. The 9 of Stars card is like, okay, like there's a level of achievement. Like you've finally gotten here. You got over, like you put in the work, you had the patience in the card before this, you tended to the garden, you did all of these things. And now you're moving into a space of like, you know, really putting in like the rest of the work, focusing on honing in, on up-leveling, on making it better, on improving it. And then you get to the next level, and the card right after this is like, okay, you've made some achievements, you've gotten to a certain place, there's some success here, right? The 9 of Stars is not just about some success, but it's also about just feeling like, there's a level of like self-worth that's been achieved through the hard work that you put in the cards prior. So just know that it's working towards something. You're not just putting in the work and you don't know when you're going to see it. It's right around the corner. It's like the next level that's coming is you put the time and the attention in now in making it better, honing things and whatnot, and then you reach this next level. So I hope that feels really helpful and clear. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please give the video a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the things so you can stay up on all the videos and putting out more content. And also check the community page if you're checking this out on YouTube, or go check out my Instagram. All of that information is down below so that you can see all of the events that are coming up for February. I do a lot of free mini readings and other kinds of things. So astrology stuff on the horizon and whatnot. Long enough outro. Let's just get on with our month. Have a beautiful month, Taurus. I will talk to you soon. Bye.